Hello again, Struck Club. Welcome back to another day or evening, depending where you are of streaming. Today I'm testing something called Arena of Kings, a game that describes itself as a MMO style PvP arena. So how MMO style it is, I don't know. There's ranked with apparently 1,000 bucks prize pool for season 1, which probably the top X players would be able to get, and a bunch of other things. In general, it seems like the game might be fun to many out there, and the only problem that I've seen based on Steam comments, Steam reviews, I normally don't care about reviews, but I did check them. And the only problem that people were quoting are the moderators of chat. I normally disable the chat to avoid getting distracted and to avoid forbidden words getting their way onto my stream via the chat. So if that's the only problem, apparently, based on what people say, well, we'll see how it is. What's important for a free-to-play PvP game is, first of all, is there pay to win. Second of all, how fun is the combat. Third of all, how repetitive it is, how fun it feels. I'm seeing some MMO style gear, which this after fighting with the bots, I got this item. I wonder how fast it is to reach max level, because if you're gonna be under geared to the best players, that's not gonna be fun. So let's first look at the store. Vendor, this is the thing you can buy with in-game earned currency, which is silver. Silver used to buy items from the vendor. This you get by playing. Now this is called villain coins, which you get from the cash shop store. And from the cash shop store you've got specials, which is standard edition, epic edition, legendary edition. This unlocks all existing spells and abilities for all classes, so apparently you have to farm to unlock different spells, abilities to get different builds. It gives you character slots. In my opinion, that's it's not good to have to pay to unlock character slots, but again, maybe you have plenty. I don't know how the default number is. Stash tabs, this is straight up pay to win in my book. In my book, anything that's stash tab, inventory back. But since this is not a game where you actually go around and collect like Diablo, maybe it isn't. But in a game like Diablo, this would have constituted as pay to win. So I can't tell you whether in this game you really need that much stash tab. In fact, I don't even know how much my stash is, but I'll revisit this later. Villain coins we'll check in a moment. Badges, I'm assuming they're just cosmetics, so definitely not pay to win. Backgrounds, not pay to win. Animated profile effect, definitely not pay to win. Now let's look at the villain coins, what they are used for. Services, stash tabs, character slots, okay. Profile backgrounds, definitely not pay to win. This one, spell effects, I'm assuming it's not pay to win, it's just visual. Skins, definitely not pay to win, which is good. So the only thing that remains to figure out is how much of an advantage you get by having extra stash tabs and being able to store extra gear and extra characters. This is the only thing that needs to be asked. It's not a Path of Exile Diablo style game where you get stronger by being able to buy better items, and being able to store more items means you can trade more items and stuff like that. So I think this probably, I'm 99% sure this is not pay to win to buy stashes and characters in a game like this. I'm gonna play, I'm gonna see how it is. I'm not even sure where the stash is. Oh, there we go, stash. Oh, I guess I don't have a stash, maybe. I guess I can't access my stash. Let's just play. First of all, this is my character. Again, the game does not look amazing visually, but it's not about the visuals for a game like this, it's about the gameplay. There's a bunch of stuff you can unlock. Again, I made a wizard, but there's a bunch of other classes. In fact, let me show you. So there's an assassin, champion, elder, lich, mystic, nihilist, paladin, ranger, scholar, wizard. I chose a class that's hard as a difficulty. I mean, the game is suggesting to play Elder or Ranger as a class that's easy. So if I get destroyed much, which I expect to happen, we'll see how it goes. Ability essence used to unlock spells in your spell book. Where is my spell book? I guess the game will teach me about it, or maybe spell. Oh, this is the spell book, so you can unlock abilities with ability essence. So as you play, you probably get that, and you'll be able to make some interesting builds for every class. I'm gonna play with the default stuff, obviously. I'm not sure how to sell. Do I sell? I guess this is the default item, that's why. Definitely don't feel like buying a regular level 1 item, so I guess let's play. When you click on play, there's training. Test anything in a worry-free environment with bots. Quick play, unranked 3v3 flex queue. Get XP, silver items and fame. This is what we need. And ranked, which I don't really care about. Ranked. I'm definitely gonna queue as damage. Okay, I like that you can select the role you play. Someone might be playing a class that can be played as a healer or a damage dealer, but don't want to be the healer. The game currently has around 900 people online, which is a good number of people. I didn't get asked to pick a server, so I'm assuming most likely I could play with people from different countries against me or with me. But the thing they really need to fix is resolution settings. I have to play in ultra wide because the game doesn't let me, even without an enter, I cannot go windowed mode. For the first time I've seen a game that prevents you from going into windowed mode without an enter. Normally any game would let me do that. And now I have to play ultra wide, and that means my stream will be ultra wide. So it might look a little weird, but again, they didn't design the interface for ultra wide. It seems a little stretched. But it's an indie game, a very indie game. It seems like, okay, we found a match. And I'm the only newbie, I guess. I've only played one match against the bots, the tutorial, so I really don't know much about this game. Most likely we'll lose. Most likely because of me. They went after me. Okay, I'm not sure who is the healer of the enemy team. Is it the ranger? Okay, it's getting tough. It's 2v3. I did not expect my teammates and the enemies to have so much healing. I think the healing is killing the whole game. I was hoping for the match to end in like 1-2 minutes, because they wouldn't be able to out heal. I guess we're doing not enough damage for the healing they're getting, and it feels very, what should I say, like World of Warcraft maybe, rather than something else. It feels very slow paced, very extremely slow paced, due to the huge amounts of healing we can get from the healers. But again, I can barely play this class, so let me try and practice a little bit with bots, because it's super difficult to control the skills. And I need to read the skills. Why did the meteor go here and not there? And that makes no sense. And there should be a constant auto attack. I shouldn't need to press spacebar all the time. It should be, once you press spacebar, it should hold it, toggle on, off. That should be it. If I press spacebar once, it should constantly keep spamming the basic attacks as I'm moving. Maybe, yeah, it should be like that, because it ends up forcing you into pumping a button, something that could be simplified and automated by just pressing it once and getting an auto cast. Some things you have to stop to cast, like the meteor. I cannot cast while moving. This I can cast while moving. My number 2 I can, my number 1 I cannot. So number 1 and 4 I cannot cast while moving. 5 I can. Let's see about 6. 6 I cannot do while. Okay. Let's try another non-bot match. I wonder how easy it will be to get some good gear. Why am I getting items for an assassin? This is a mistake. This shouldn't be a thing. You shouldn't be getting items for a different class from bags. If I open a wood box, it should give me items only for the class that's opening the wood box. It's just pointless to get items for a class you're not playing. How can I can sell it for 6. I can sell this shit for 6, where a staff is gonna cost 125. I will buy a staff just to see what stats it comes with, but when I have coins. Right now I have 0. So I guess I have no other choice other than selling this. Man, they're using some very bad fonts and designs for this thing. For this, I mean, the font is not that bad, but it looks as if you made it on Paint. This guy just let himself get killed. I'm not sure why, but I guess we're against a pre-made team. I guess the game doesn't have a protection against pre-mates or something. And why is this guy doing so much damage? I guess it's gonna be difficult without items at the beginning. I think items are probably ruining this game, because it's introducing imbalance, and the new player has much less gear than an old player. And It's gonna take a lot of losses to actually get equal items to this game. I think if the item system didn't exist or you could disable it, it might have been much more fun. Most likely. Okay. Ah shit, I was just about to heal. I really wish I could switch off the chat. Like, I wish I could completely switch off the chat. Because it's very distracting. So apparently you can smurf and carry wobbies. What does this do? Remove some movement. Oh, that's nice. I need to start using this. But yeah, gear is ruining the balance in the game, and a new player shouldn't fight against someone that's higher level than them. Maybe level 1 with level 2, but level 1 shouldn't fight with anyone other than level 1 and 2 players. Even if it takes me 10 minutes to queue, I don't want to fight against overgeared people. It's just not fun. I wish I could inspect them actually. It would have been nice to be able to inspect the items of your opponents. Tanked 51,000. I guess they were focusing me. Let's see. Let me double check. Did I get any wood? And again, why do I get shitty gear for assassin? I'm not an assassin. I shouldn't be getting assassin items. This is fucking bullshit design. Like, did they use their brains when designing this? Maybe only half, maybe only 10%. Seems like they have a great idea, but they're not good at executing the idea. If only they didn't have this gear system. And they had something like Guild Wars 2 structured PvP. Guild Wars 2 structured PvP has amazing gear system. You have access to every single item possible, and you can use the build from a level 1. So you have the same access to the same items as a person that has spent thousands of hours. That's how it is in Guild Wars 2 structured PvP. It's balanced, whereas over here it's just not. It simply isn't. Okay, this one ended up nice. Ah, I was so close. If only I got some heal. But okay, we at least did better this time. I decided to to try to try and at least do better this game than the previous one. At least I'm getting rewards every time. Sure, shitty greens, but better than zero gear, so... So far it's not bad, it's okay. It's okay as a game. But with the gear system ruining the balance, it feels like you have to rely on RNG a lot. Okay, they're winning this one. They were better at focusing our healer. I tried to attack whoever our teammate is attacking, but I just couldn't get it done. I find it very hard to identify who the enemy healer is, so I try to attack whoever our team is attacking. Most likely I'll have to change some key bindings as well. Yeah, let's just die. I'm not gonna win against three of them. Definitely feels hard playing the wizard, but I'll get used to it. I'll unlock some more spells and maybe learn to play. Let me quickly inspect my stuff. Right click. Come on, I'm right clicking. Okay. It seems like I can't access the stash. Maybe because you don't have a stash unless you buy stash. So I've got 36 and unlocking a new spell costs around 500. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. This one would be nice. I would like to make a build where I don't have to stop to cast. Even if it's not something that does as much damage as a meteor or fireball, would be nice to have something that doesn't require me to stop. How can I tell if I have to stop to cast a spell? Because I don't want to buy something I don't like. In fact, it should let you test every single skill against bots. You should be able to get every single spell equipped when playing against bots, and only need to unlock it when playing against people. So you can test it, so you can know what's worth buying. So I'm gonna try and see what would indicate this needs me to stop. Is it because it's in purple name? No, it's not the name. I'm not sure. See, I'm not seeing difference between this and this. And this you need to stop to cast, this you don't need to stop to cast. Okay. Let's keep trying. Eventually I'm gonna get better gear. I'm missing accessories and I can't see what this is. Is that supposed to be belt? I think it's a ring, amulet, and maybe, just maybe a belt. Thankfully you cannot buy items, just stash tabs and stuff. I could probably save up for a staff. There is wife steal, which I definitely would want. Wait, they've added item rarity in a PvP game. They're forcing you to have, they're forcing you to get PvE related or farming related stats in a PvP. This is probably the biggest mistake they have made when designing the game. Item rarity being forced in a non-PvE game. This shouldn't exist in a game where the main way you get items is PvP. You shouldn't need to sacrifice PvP stats such as crit chance, crit damage, wife steal, which also can be PvE stats, but since the game is only PvP, you shouldn't need to sacrifice any of the other stats just to increase your item rarity, wood find, magic find, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna call it magic find. It just doesn't fit in a game like this to stack magic find. In PvE games you can stack magic find when doing raids and stuff like that, when fighting content that is that doesn't require you to have everything else min-maxed and so on. But I don't know, this is wrong on so many levels. To be able to increase the chance of getting legendary items in a PvP only game. It would have been fine if I could get legendary items by fighting against bots. I wouldn't mind fighting against bots and farming legendary gear that way. Sure, it will be fine, but no, this is just, it's wrong. Again, what were they thinking when adding this into that game? The whole gear system is the biggest downside of this game. You should have access to every single best item in the game from the very beginning without needing to farm. They're advertising this game as MMORPG-style PvP without grind. And they're lying, because there is grind. You have to grind to get good gear if you want to compete against others with good gear. Sure, sometimes you might not need the best possible gear to be okay, but again, it's just even if you're a super good player and have the grade before legendary, I'm not sure if it's epic or whatever the game calls it. Even if you don't have all legendaries and can still fight against people with legendaries, it's just still not right to have such a system with gear and not give people access to all the gear from the beginning, like Guild Wars 2 structured PvP. If this game was more like Guild Wars 2 structured PvP, it would have been more fun. If you had instant access to all the items, and the only thing you needed to farm would have been points for skills. But I guess they wanted, and what's with that person trolling? I guess they're greedy for money, and greedy people will be greedy, and they would design a game around cash shop system or whatever. I don't know, it's not even designed around the cash shop, it's just designed in a way that makes no sense in a game like this. This is the most off-putting part of this game, the gear system. The rest seems fine. I'm okay to grind for new spells, as long as those new spells are not necessary to win. I say let's try again. This guy keeps trolling. He doesn't want to play with level 2 and level 1. Although I might be level 2, but that's only... I'm actually still level 1 in terms of gear. I only have this and this. This one was given to me after my first bot match, which I guess they always give you. I would like to see more than 3v3, by the way, in the game. There should be more than just 3v3. There should be 5v5. There should be something where it's not just team deathmatch, but point control. This game has a lot of potential to be a good game. Right now it's average, it's not good. Because 3v3, okay, 3v3 is fine, but it gets very boring very quickly. But maybe 5v5 would be super imbalanced, because in 5v5 if 5 people target the same person, maybe they're gonna die in seconds, and maybe that's why there is no 5v5. But what about 4v4? What about free for all? Free for all would be probably very difficult. Someone saying cancel Q and re-Q if it's not instant. Should be instant. Okay. Thanks Guru. Thanks very much for this. Should be instant. Maybe they're not people. I mean, there's only 900 people in the game. 900 people across the whole world is not much. And out of those 900 people, how many are playing 3v3 and how many are around my level? It would be silly if the game puts me in a match with level 10, level 20, level 30 or whatever people. Also, how many people are queuing as the role that's needed? I might try different classes. I just wanna play a little bit with the same class, get used to it. Who is the enemy healer? I think maybe this one. Maybe that one. I find it hard to target because of the chat. Still have no idea who to target. I mean, I'm trying to target the one that has an arrow above them every time. What is missing is when I click on a skill with my mouse, it doesn't use the skill. And sometimes I really want to be able to click because my hands are busy. My other hand is busy with WSAD. I want to be able to click with the mouse. So they're saying 99% of the time the queue is booked. 99% of the time it needs to be instant, otherwise it's booked. Okay. Again, I'm getting items for other classes. This is just it's super bad when you're getting items for a different class. This shouldn't be a thing in games. No game should give you items for a class that you're not playing. No game, not even a Diablo style game, should give you class specific items for a class you're not playing. Okay, let me buy a rope and see. It was so white. And that also shouldn't be a thing. You shouldn't be able to get white items from the store. It should be uncommon. You should never be able to get a white item from the store. If you're paying for it, it should be more than white. It's just, I don't know, it's as if they intentionally made this game super grindy so that they can throw people. They're advertising it as a game where you don't have to grind, but the grind is pretty much the thing that the game does. It's as if that was their main focus. Let's make this game as grindy as possible. Let's bring the most boring parts of an MMORPG, the grind, into a PvP only game, and let's bring an imbalanced gear system into a PvP only game. I don't understand what they were thinking when making this. Why such an imbalanced gear system, and why do you need to grind so much for gear? No gear 2 is best in SWAT. Gear is around 5% improvement only. Gear is only a fun side thing. 5%? Well, I mean, look at that. This gives me 68 HP. 68 HP, okay, that's not much. But it gives 36 wisdom, 11 magical resist. It gives me armor and stuff. Let me try to compare a basic item. Basic item. I wish I had a basic version of this so I could compare it with the non-basic. Reduces damage taken while crowd controlled. This is interesting. Reduces effective mana burns. Okay. Gear still gives you stats. I don't know why they have those rarities and things if gear actually gives you stats. .09 crit strike chance. This doesn't seem like much, but I wonder how much another item would give you. Let's see. That's what the dev said. Okay, well, we'll see about that. I wanna see a legendary item and compare it to a white item, and then I'll be able to say for sure. Man, they do a ton of damage. I don't even know who the healer is. It seems like this guy with the staff is the healer. Yeah, there. See, I'm pretty sure this was against people who had better items. It's hard because I can't see. I can't see what their items are, so I can't figure out if it's the items or not. Let's see what I got. And again, I keep getting assassin items. I don't want fucking assassin items. Why do I get stupid assassin items on a mage? It makes no sense. In what game is it okay to get assassin items on a mage? And the price of the items is super low. I sold it for 9. I mean, come on. You don't have to be a genius to figure this one out, that giving people items for other classes is just not right. Also, why doesn't it remember? Okay, there we go. I wanted to remember to... I can't leave party chat. I wish I could just leave party chat. It's just distracting. I didn't say I played well. I mean, I'm playing unranked. If I was a good player, I would be playing ranked. But I mean, I was playing. That's the important part. I wasn't standing in one place taking damage. I was trying to do some damage myself and to crowd control. But again, it's not like someone is calling the shots. If they ping a target and tell me attack this target, like in voice chat, I would. So who is the healer now? Is it this guy? Vrundum. And also the controls are super difficult for me in this game. The controls are extremely difficult to figure out, to use. I don't like having to stop to cast a spell. I like being able to constantly move. And again, I like to be able to click on the spell on my skill bar to cast it. To not have to press the button to cast it. And the game doesn't allow me, and I'm just not used to this bullshit. I'm used to be able to click while I'm moving with WSAD. I'd like to use my mouse to cast the skills. Also, why can't I change my resolution? It's super difficult to play on an ultra wide resolution. Because it's hard. It's hard to play on ultra wide resolution. I want everything to be on a 16 by 19, not whatever I'm playing right now, 21 by 9 or whatever. But again, it's super difficult to figure out who to kill first. And it's very strange why we're not killing them easy and they're killing us that quickly. But I'll have to figure out a way to get new spells. I mean, 500 for a new spell is bullshit. It is bullshit if you don't have access to a few more spells. Why should I be forced to play Meteor and Fireball? I don't want to play Meteor and Fireball. They're annoying. They make me stop in one place. I don't want to stop in one place. So why don't I have access to spells that don't make me stop in one place in my build? Why do I have to grind for 500 essence to get spells that don't make me stop in one place? It just makes no sense. You should be able to have a few more spells than the default ones. Like maybe this doesn't make you stop in one place, the game doesn't tell you whether it does. Maybe this one doesn't make you stop in one place, again it doesn't tell you whether it does. But it would be nice if it would tell me which spells make you stop in one place. And as I said, it would be nice if I could change my resolution. I don't want to play in ultra wide, but again, Alt and Enter doesn't work to play windowed mode. Like, it's basic, it's a basic thing. No one releases games without resolution options. At least no one with their right mind releases a game without resolution options and without windowed mode. It's just the most basic thing in a game. See, now I'm trying to get away, but it doesn't seem to be working out for me. And now I can't cancel the crystal ice. You should be able to cancel the crystal ice. And why is this guy hiding behind the stupid rock? But again, the biggest problem with this game is the healing. It's super easy to out-heal the damage. It shouldn't be the case. Whereas when I'm getting destroyed, it doesn't seem to be easy to out-heal the damage. Like, how is their healer healing more than our healer? Come on. Let's see, what else can I do? What could I change? I mean, WSAD I don't want to get rid of. The basic attack is one of the biggest problems. It should be auto-attacking all the time. There shouldn't be a moment where you're not using a basic attack if you have a target. But you have to pump spacebar, and this is fucking annoying. Where have you seen a game where you have to constantly press the basic attack? In most games, if you target an enemy, it keeps shooting basic attacks until you remove the target from that enemy. Like, it's a basic mechanic. It's probably the most basic mechanic, literally, because it's a basic attack. Because I'm losing a lot of DPS because I'm not using basic attack, but I can be asked to constantly press spacebar. It's just not fun to have to constantly press a button for basic attacks when the game could be doing that for me. There are just so many things that they need to fix in terms of balancing, though. I have no mana, wow. I have no mana. First time I'm running out of mana. Okay, there. See, this game went well. And this was a more balanced team. I think our team and their team were pretty balanced this time. Let me check what they dropped. And again, I'm getting assassin items. So far I've gotten assassin dagger 4 times. I've gotten an assassin something else 1 time again. So I don't know why every single item I woot is assassin. The game is fucking trolling me. That's what it is. This can be, it can be real if every single item I get is for assassin, except this and this. This is just bullshit. That shouldn't be the case. By the way, let me check stats. Where are the stats of a character? Where can I see agility? Stuff like that. Where do I see the agility? Maybe this character doesn't have it. Maybe just assassins do. But this one gives you 20 and this one is 23. And this one also gives you 5 HP per second, which is not much at all when you have over 10,000 HP. Instant poison 30%, infectious poison 30%. It seems to be the same in the different rarities. The power seems to be the same. Wizard doesn't have agility. Okay, I kind of expected for all those stats to exist. Okay, that's good. So the agility is the equivalent of wisdom. So let's say if I have 300 base and this one gives me 23, the other one gives me 20, and the legendary probably gives me 25 or 30. That's still a solid increase. Still a solid increase. Let's try and get bracers maybe, or no, let's try and get gloves. And again, this shouldn't be a thing. You shouldn't be able to get white items from the store. It should give you at least green items from the store. Because what's the point of buying it from the store when it's gonna give you the same thing you're wearing? In fact, this is even worse. The default gear I started with is 5 armor, 5 magical resist. This one is 1 armor, 1 magical resist. This one is worse than what I'm wearing. This one gives me 5 intelligence, 1 mana per second. And this one gives me 17 mana. Which again, doesn't seem like it's much better. You shouldn't be able to get worse gear than the starting gear in the shop. It feels wrong to do a few matches, spend your money and then get something worse than your starting items. Well, Kadawa in Diablo is a bad example because again in Kadawa in Diablo you don't get items that are level 1. You don't get the same items as the items you start when you create your character. You don't get items worse than the item when you create your character. But Kadawa in Diablo is shit. Sure, it can give you legendaries, but a game like this shouldn't have this much gamble. There should be a minimum rarity, and that minimum rarity should be green. You shouldn't get white items from this. You shouldn't get white items in Diablo as well, from Geet, by the way. Who is fuck Kadawa. I'm not a Diablo 3 player. Geet is the original and the father. Actually, Kadawa is Geet's daughter. But again, that's not a good mechanic. It's a bad example because it's a bad mechanic. The gambling in Diablo. And again, this is not Diablo. This is a PvP game. You shouldn't have to gamble for items. It should be like Guild Wars 2. Have access to all the best items from the beginning. Like Guild Wars 2 structured PvP. I don't see a reason why you should be farming for items, why they shouldn't be unlocked. Like in Guild Wars 2 structured PvP. Because it's the type of PvP like Guild Wars 2 structured but without the good stuff of Guild Wars 2 structure. So they've only taken the bad stuff about it. Man, they're focusing me hard. Man, this stone, they're using those rocks and it's super difficult to target them because of those bullshit mechanics with the rocks. And again, not being able to move while casting sucks. I wish I had spells that let me move while casting. Okay, there's too much. Also, it's super difficult to tell who's who in this game. Everyone looks the same. Absolutely everyone looks like a mage to me. With a hood. The assassins have hoods, the mages have hoods. It would be super nice if I could tell who's who. A little easier by the equipment, by the gear they're wearing. And again, a fucking assassin weapon. This game is fucking trolling me. Seriously. Every single item I get is assassin. Like, this is a bug. This is impossibly stupid. That's it. That's it. I'm not gonna waste my time with cash